Good spots are never easy to get to. You want to go catch some fish, it's time to start bushwhacking. But you guys can see I'm fishing summer lows right now, the lowest of the low. You'll still see that my water's heavily stained. It's about the best I can get with the tannic bog water upstream. But what I want to show you guys today is we're going to fish the chosen one without any silicone and without that thing in it. Oh man, that water's chill. And she is moving. This left bank is way fishier. Way fishier. Oh, there he is. I just walked right through there. Cast that out, let it swung as I walked up the bank so that I was still fishing even while I was walking. And sure enough, he ate it. Literally, I walked 4 feet away from this guy and he came and found that when I was working it upstream. Fly is super easy. Stack in the back, stack in the front, put a head on it. Checkmate. If you need to, or when you get to that point, then you add silicone and cut it to different shapes, and the thing gets real fishy real quick, and it's a super easy pattern. Well, I had turned the camera off because I had given up hope on this hole, and then sure enough I threw it up right on the inside of that, where that seam is, and had this small smallie come up and partake in our little meal time. Alright, well, let's keep the camera rolling up to that next seam that I have. We'll pitch in there. Oh, just dragging a fly. You always keep your fly wet. That's twice today. This seam right here, I roll cast it out when I went to maneuver up. Just dragging that fly in the current while I walk. It's not as exciting, but it's a good way to add some numbers to your trip. Oh, this bank looks sweet. Come on, be something. Oh, shoot, man, that stick ate that thing hard. There we go. Hopefully it didn't disturb everything too much. Might have just blown. There he, oh man. It was good to see a fish actually come up instead of catching him dragging this thing. There he is. Right on the pressure pocket of that boulder. The pressure pocket, it's when water pushes up into the rock and creates kind of like a null little void with the water pressure pushing off the rock. I'll tell you what I mean here in a second. Sorry. So that fish came right in front of this rock, and what happens is the water is pushing into this rock, and the rock kind of pushes back, if you will, and there creates a little buffer where a fish can just hang out without using any energy. It's a great little ambush spot, especially if the boulder has an undercut to it. You get fish come out from underneath rocks all the time that you had no idea were there, that were super tight. You just gotta dangle that thing, not only behind the rock, but also right up in front of it, just like that. I didn't have much confidence in this spot. It's super shallow, but there's a trench between the middle of the river and the bank has a nice little drop off. So I decided to chuck one in there while I'm walking upstream, and sure enough, come here, dude. You're a better fish than today's average, at least. Yeah, I know. Smallmouth. Hanging on the bank and about 6 inches of water. Just right over there. I didn't even know he ate it. I was looking at that rock when he took it, and I was thinking that'd be a good spot for a fish to hang out on. Sure enough, there was a fish on that rock. Who knew? What's up, buddy? In and out. the bare bones, this thing. What is this thing called? The bare bones chosen one. Finding fish. Always check right here. Their bass pads will beat up your knot sometime. Always check that 6 inches after every fish. If it's nicked, change it. If it's not, get your fly in the water. This fish would be hard pressed to make a living in this water. But these rocks, ha! Now that's a good looking boulder. Thank you, Eddie Murphy. Oh! That is a good looking boulder. The other side. Could be more than one fish here. Oh! You've got to be kidding. There you go, buddy. Man, I ain't gonna miss you 3 times. That'd be ridiculous. Look at him race around that rock. Did you see that? Oh, he ate it again. Come on, buddy. You gotta be kidding me. There he is. Oh my goodness. I don't want to, I'm not gonna put any more holes in you. I don't know why I can't keep that guy pinned, but did you guys see all this? I can almost touch that rock with my rod tip. That is 10 feet away. 10 feet away. I got that fish to eat 4 times. It's a shame I didn't land him, obviously. A little bit, you know, embarrassing, but I think that was pretty cool footage right there. That was crazy. So something that I did there, and it's a really good rule of thumb. If you get a fish to eat and, you know, he's on for a second or 2, or maybe he swipes it and misses it, always throw that fly right back in there. Don't just take it out and think it's over. That's crazy, okay? Get that fly back in the water, and I tend to dead drift it, or I'll strip it, really long pause, strip it, really long pause, because you're trying to make it look like he injured it. Like he came up, smashed it, for whatever reason it got away, and he's looking for it, and he's looking for it to be wounded, stunned, just floating there, twitching in the surface, not acting quite right. Play to that instinct, because they'll come up and they'll eat it again more often than not, unless you got a hook in them for, you know, a second or 2. Then they might be a little camera shy, but usually you can catch those fish that eat it and kind of miss the hook and are only on for a second. You throw right back in there, they'll come up and smash it. So what's funny is I have footage of me swinging a hole that you guys probably already watched, or you're about to. It's a different day, it's not the same day, but I got footage of me swinging a hole and I catch like 10 fish out of the same hole. And it's a nice deep hole with a nice ledge on it. And today, instead of fishing like a big hole, something that's congregating a lot of fish, where a lot of fish can live and hang out, I'm fishing 6 inches, a foot and a half of water, pinpointing boulders and kind of pocket water. I know it's a little, it's not super high elevation up here, but fishing pocket water like this. And I'm literally fishing for one fish. You know, there's one fish that holds here, not 10 in a big hole, right? There's just, it's quite a different way to approach fishing. You know, find a place that's gonna hold 15 fish and try to catch a few of them, or cover water looking for one fish in each little nook and cranny like this. Because these nook and crannies, man, they got fish to be caught. I really want you guys to have a lot of confidence in this fly, and not just the silicone versions, but I'm still fishing the non-silicone version, because I think that's really important, that you guys are able to tie this fly kind of in stages and learn it one step at a time to your kind of ability level, and to have confidence that the no silicone version fishes, the silicone version fishes, the bulkhead version fishes, the high and tight one fishes. That's kind of the whole point. It's one fishy bug. It's all silhouette movement, perfect silhouette. It's all nice and opaque, perfect for my freshwater fisheries. I know there's some oh, did you see that wake? Oh, are you kidding me? No, man, that fish was on it. That fish waked out from that tree 10 feet to eat that thing. I'm in mid monologue here, just talking, blabbering like a, I don't know, a nerd, a streamer nerd. Shoot. Come on. Where are you guys at? Lies. Lies. You know they are in here. Where are you, on the right side? Come on, don't play with my emotions like that, guys. Here I am talking a big game. I got nothing, man. Got nothing. I caught more fish in 6 inches of water than I did this beautiful hole on the inside of a soft bend with current going every which way and ridiculously awesome boulders with undercuts to hide it. Man, you gotta be kidding me. This is a crying shame right here. I will fish this fly 3 feet in front of me. Come on. There he is. Yeah, I knew you were there, buddy. Man. I only had about a foot of fly line out of my rod tip. But there's no way. There was not a fish right there. Oh, God. I can't even touch my leader. You're small. And I got really excited, so that's a little embarrassing. But there was no way there was not a fish right there. Time to get fishy with it. Where else would you be, buddy? Where else, man? By the way, for leader and tippet, I run 20 pound and 12 pound. Because right now, even with the 6 weight, I can horse this. It's a decent sized fish, but I can horse this fish right into the bank, even though I have a super aggressive, fast run right there. Right? That's a better fish. Yeah, buddy. So I'm fishing a 6 weight, which I would argue is really the perfect size rod for this 4-inch fly, but also for, 12, 14-inch river smallmouth. Just missed a fish dragging that. Darn it. Anyway, but I'm fishing 20 and 12 pound tippet, and the reason why is, well, you got to be able to horse these fish. If I would have hooked a 16, 17-inch fish right here, and he pulled me onto that current, like you'd be hard pressed to land that fish. And that current, that thing is tall, deep, wide. He's going to screw you over, take you downstream, pull you into the bank. What's up, smallmouth? I knew where you were. That's priceless. But you cannot be afraid when you're throwing streamers to throw some. Oh, you unhooked yourself. Nice. To throw some real tippet on there, like some actual pound tippet, 20 and 12 pound. So that you can actually properly fight these fish, land these fish quick, land these fish safely, horse them in when you need to horse them so that you're not overplaying these fish. Don't be afraid of using heavy tippet. There he was, there he was, there he was. Okay, he's not as big as one would have hoped, but he bulldogged it. There you go, get out of here. Okay, I might have overdone the that's a whole big fish scene. That's okay, you get excited every once in a while, He was way up in there, way up in there. So I hope that gives you guys some confidence in this chosen one. 4-inch, no silicone whatsoever, just squimpish strung fuzzy fiber.